Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You may notice that I've gotten a haircut. It's really not that noticeable, actually. Probably could have asked for it a bit shorter, but hey, I think I'm gonna go for a similar amount of exercises to yesterday. However, I will be doing some knee exercises because my knee is very weak. One of them is quite weak because I think it's just got a lot of soft tissue in it compared to what is natural for a knee structure to have. I don't exactly know what that means because I'm not a physio, but I do know how to strengthen my knee. So I'm also thinking of doing some hip flexibility. Obviously, past few days I've been doing hip flexor flexibility, but I also want to do hip rotation flexibility, which is different. Hip flexor is just the muscle that's right here that lets you like lift up your leg and stuff, whereas the hip rotation is not a muscle, it's just a movement, and it's controlled by a series of muscles. I mean, it's basically just like the ability to rotate one way and then the other way, like just being able to do that basically. That is controlled partially by the glutes and also the tendons in your hip. Sorry if I sound a bit boring today, it's because I'm pretty ill. Let me rephrase that. I feel ill, but I'm not. I don't think I'm like majorly ill, but I just feel a bit off. Got a slight headache and a sore throat. Not to the point where I think you can hear me. I think I sound normal, but my energy is just low, so yeah. But the grind continues. But I don't know. This isn't much of a high effort thing for me, and it's quite fun. So also, I think it's just sometimes pretty good to just yap. Technically, I'm yapping to myself right now. Some people may be watching, but that'll be in the future. Right now, I'm just talking to myself in a room, so which, if you think about it, is actually kind of really weird. I never thought about it like that before, but it's not like I never talked to myself before I started doing YouTube, so I guess it's not the weirdest thing in the world. Let's get on with some exercises, shall we? I changed into some shorts because it's too hot. What I just did there was the first one was the butterfly stretch, which you've probably done before if you've ever gone to, I don't know, some yoga class, or if you've ever done a martial art and they get you to warm up by that, or if you've just ever done any kind of stretching routine. Butterfly stretch is one of those ones that's pretty commonly used. That was for my inner hip, for external rotation. Actually, I don't know which one is external and which one's internal, to be honest. I think butterfly is for internal. I think this motion is internal. And then the second one that I did was kind of like a modified hurdler's stretch, which is just where you externally rotate your hip and then lean into it. That's what I was doing basically. And you do it both sides so that you get equal stretch on both sides. Moving on to some knee exercises. So I'm just going to attach this resistance band to my bedpost. So that I have something to pull against. And then I'm just going to stick my leg into it. And then try do a pistol squat. That's way harder than it looks. It's like what it does is it pulls your knee inwards while you're trying to do a squat, pistol squat. And since you only have one leg to rely on, you need to like really keep your legs stable. And that's good for your knees, because what it does is it actually strengthens the muscles around the knee for stability purposes. And so your knee doesn't take as much of the force when you're actually doing stuff. Next thing I want to do is just a bit of this. All that did was just strengthen more things around the knee, although I think the resistance on the band is probably a little bit too low, so that wouldn't have done much. But life's life. I'm going to keep the resistance band here and do some ankle exercises. I explained yesterday why I find those useful. Obviously I feel that more in my left than my right, because I twisted my left ankle as I explained yesterday, but for those of you who weren't here, just a little bit. I sprained my left ankle twice, so yeah, so it's a bit weak, but I'm doing ankle exercises to strengthen it back up to potentially stronger than it was before, so I never have to twist my ankle ever again. The biggest thing I can do to never twist my ankle is not wear Air Forces while skateboarding. Yeah, they're particularly bulky shoes, so yeah, it's easier to twist your ankle. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.